Althea, how would you like to finish this?
As
Nice.
Althea is slowly walking towards Strahd, he would see his death pictured in her eyes. As like she doesn't even attack, by the way. The divine smites come from the full moon, smashing into him twice. As she simply would just place her blade on his neck. She didn't even attack him. Chains of light surround him as he's captured into the floor as she brings her blade to his neck. And she would say to him, Strahd, any final words?
I have spared no words in living, and I shall share none for you.
Then by
Those are his
the
final words.
then by the grace of the moon, by Selune's light, may whatever comes to your wretched soul grant you a sliver of mercy that you have not granted any of your victims. Goodbye, Strahd. Her weapon would come flying across his neck, his head remaining in place for a moment before she would sheath her weapon, his head falling off of his head.
Head falling off his head.
The neck, sorry, his head falling off his shoulders.
As the cleave causes the vampire lord's head to be detached from his shoulders, a booming burst can be heard in about 10 miles the moment it happens, and everything around Strahd's corpse is pushed away about 20 feet. As the dark powers start to emanate from his body, leaving it almost instantly like vapor with insane speed. As they strike down into the shadows, the spiritual dragon that surrounds you, forcing them back into their home dimensions of dread where Strahd took them out from.
Simon goes, does he have any loot?
Oh no.
Althea, clutching the sword close to her chest, would look towards the corpse of the decapitated corpse of Strahd, and she would turn from him. Her mission here was completed. Their mission here was completed. She would look towards Shasta then.
Are we still in turn order?
No idea. Before she would then look towards Syra, and then she would just tilt her head towards Garrock.
Lyra, as soon as I'm allowed to, will truly resurrect Garrock using one of
I
my
thought-
Can you revivify, by the way?
I thought we would still remain in turn order if they started attacking.
Look, I know.
Althea's not attacking yet.
I know Strahd is already dead, but Garok here is still.
Garrock is revived
help.
at full hit points and no ailments, as I truly resurrect him.
Wait, does he actually come back from the dead, by the way? That would be kind of sick if he became like a more, like, you know, not an undead anymore.
No,
Maybe
he's
it gives him
reborn.
the memories back. Though.
We'll give Garrick an opportunity there. Garrick, would you like that?
What?
To become like an unreborn, become what he was before in his life. Like, he would literally be, if you want to, like...
Nah. If you start as a reborn, you stay as a reborn.
I mean mechanically, I mean flavor-wise, like if Alan allows it.
I prefer him this way.
Althea. Suddenly, you feel weary, and the sword in your hand, that has been light as a feather for so long, has become so heavy that you no longer have a strength to hold it. As it drops down, you find no strength to hold on to the saddle of your mount as you almost fall down, perhaps grabbing by his fur at the last moment. You notice blood trickling down your nose, mouth, and ears. Your vision blurs, and your skin is covered with blue veins. Perhaps
Althea,
you have forgotten about something.
Althea stands tall as she begins to walk towards Shasta with her blade in hand. Each movement becoming heavier and heavier, but the knight is determined to do what she was set out to do. As she heads towards Shasta with a clear intent to attack him, like she looks like she gave him the same look she gave Strahd, she becomes weaker and weaker, the sword collapsing from her hand as the sword, not dropping. The sword, she uses the sword to basically hold her balance, but she can barely hold herself up as she collapses onto her knees. But she doesn't look surprised or shocked by this happening. She just wants to kill Shasta.
Cyrus gonna run over and try and aid you in standing up. Althea, we don't even know if he's becoming the Dark Lord. He's been speaking too much of it. The Dark Lords may not have the right plans.
I can't die. Not yet.
I won't let you.
On a side note, I'm not sure how many of you have turned this on, but Alan is playing a song that I chose via Roll20. So if you have...
I
Yeah,
can't
I'm
hear
doing
it. Hold on, I can't hear it.
Yeah.
Very dramatic.
Shasta, it appears that now you know why Mordekainen did not release Althea from the after effects during the combat.
How do I play it, by the way? Sorry.
Perhaps he has foreseen this very outcome, being that now his mind is restored. Perhaps he wants you to give the final word, seeing as the person that you wanted Mordekainen to help will actually try to kill you the moment you tell him to do so.
I would turn back to the clock a little bit to when before Strahd died. Like Shasta was, like his entire body was electrified. He was accelerated. Like this went down exactly as he wanted it to happen, especially with Althea killing Strahd. And now that it is over and Althea is dying, he looks down towards her. He's still 30 feet up in the air, flying. And like Mordekainen rushing to their side. What are you waiting for, Mordekainen? Do it. Save her life.
The way I see it, the moment I do, you will lose yours.
I won't. And he snaps his fingers as he's casting Wall of Force around himself from the Tomb of Strahd.
Are you still bonded with us?
I am, but I will abandon the bond. I will not roll any bonds for any of those because I don't think it would fit. Being
No, I know. I was just giggling because if I just tell you take damage and I teleport inside the boss.
He like pricks his finger and goes, ow! Oh, there's Althea!
Dr. Althea.
I would be casting a Wall of Force around myself up in the air, Alan.
You are aware that Wall of Force does not move with you flying.
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Mordekainen shrugs. He has made a deal, and he intends to keep it. He does not mind what happens after. After all, he is that kind of person.
I will also take out a scroll from my sleeve and hold it in my hand after I let go of the Tomb of Strahd.
Althea, Mordekainen kneels right next to you. You have made quite a dangerous pact, child. You have staked your very life to make Strahd expire, and you will now pay the final price. You have to die. But there is a way. It is possible for me to postpone the process. I am calling postponing it, but in reality it will take about 5 centuries, so provided you're not an elf, that will actually save your life.
Do what you can to
Ooh.
save her.
I'm very conflicted on this. Because Althea is not a pussy ass little bitch. Like, she made a pact with her goddess and she intends to keep it. I mean, she worships her. Why would she swindle her goddess, you know?
But on
Because
the other hand, Siren's saying, do it, do it.
well, because the way I see this, right, is like, if Althea takes this, she will lose her powers. Because why would Selune help her?
It might become an Oathbreaker paladin.
I'd probably become an Oathbreaker.
Yeah, you
paladin,
become an oath breaker. Yeah.
Well, it will be for you to decide. Now, look closely, he says, as he grabs his staff both hands and strikes its tip towards the rooftop as it starts shaking. He starts chanting, an ancient language that none of you recognize. The Eldritch runes of Neveree's origin appear on the staff. As they detach in a magical way, they form several whirling circles around Althea, which quickly close upon her like a chain. Althea, almost instantly you start feeling better. Do keep in mind, those out of magical origin, try to keep away from any anti-magic fields, and you shall be fine.
Althea would look in confusion towards her hands. How was she still standing? Mordecai's like, I just explained it to you. Althea.
Just her whole speech.
Althea would look towards Mordecai and she's a paladin. She would say, how is this possible? How do you defy the power of a god?
Bitch, I'm the Wizard King.
The thing is though, would Mordecai even have let Althea die? He said that she has to be saved at all costs because of her head padding abilities.
Well, he saved you. He
Yeah.
cannot stop what the god has made, but he can cheat the god.
Yeah.
He can postpone it.
As Althea would look towards her palms, she would attempt to summon the power of Selune.
You sense that the power of Selune is still with you, but it is not as powerful as it was before. It seems like it is slowly starting to dwindle, and in span of weeks, perhaps months, it may disappear completely.
Althea would just be frozen in shock. She wouldn't say anything. I'm very conflicted on what to do. This is hard.
I'm just I want to see what's happening with this dark power.
Yeah.
Is anything happening? He can't concentrate on the darkness and his wall of force. So can we see anything happening to Shasta?
Does everyone know what's happening to Althea?
She made a death pact with her goddess.
No,
And
the
even
one
though-
about the one about her slowly losing the powers, or is it just?
Well, it's basically
That is the death oath. Like, she made a death oath with. Well, after Strahd beat us on the road. You were there, I believe. You were there for that.
No, I was referring to her losing the
yeah.
powers.
It's
Yeah,
because
that's what we're coming to.
she's
That's
is
what
like
I'm talking about.
she's like made a pact with her goddess, and her she was like, I'll give you my life if you help me, and now that's not happening. So why would her goddess support her if she's breaking her pact with her goddess?
Okay.
And as these guys are keep leaving out, Shasta made a deal with Mordenkainen to sell Althea's life because he's nice like that.
He has a
And,
crush on her.
Mordekainen needed his staff to make that happen because the staff is of Netheree's origin. It's so powerful that it can actually evoke something that a god made happen. So he got back the staff from the. You see the witch that is down there, Babali Saga, the hag that raised Strahd. She had Mordekainen's staff, and we had to kill her to give him back the staff, which we did. So I made this happen. She's still alive because of me and Mordekainen.
And Mordecai. I'm so conflicted. This is why I like text-based roleplay, because I could have ages to figure out what I'm gonna do. Althea just stay silent for now.
But coming back to Simon.
Okay. Look, Althea. You know about how blades, when not in use, they should be put in the sheath and made to rest. Maybe it's like that, you know?
No, you're not in use, so you're being put to rest.
You it's your reward.
Roll persuasion at disadvantage with -10.
Okay, you don't get to -10.
with a -10 DC. They wouldn't really react to anything Simon's saying. She's just completely conflicted. I thought that she wouldn't say anything at the moment.
Coming back to Cyrus' question, Llewellyn, because I would like to know as well what's happening. Like, is anything happening? Do I get any new powers? Can I control ghost dragons, and
Is
night
it even him?
walkers?
Is mainly my question.
Is it even him? That's a good question.
That's the first question.
Let's start off with that one, yeah.
Of course, it's me. I'm him.
The dark powers? Everyone can see that the decapitated corpse of Strahd is still oozing the dark powers of Ravenlove that empowered him.
Ume takes the head and drinks it. Just kidding.
I heard semi heard your question, Alan. There was never in any saying like the Dark Powers haven't basically said that to me. I completed their test. They told me I was the chosen one alongside Simon, but he ditched it. He said no, he doesn't want to be. I want to, so I'm him.
You're surrounded by a force field. How are they going to enter you? Have you thought about that?
Well, they're not physically, so I imagine they can.
Okay. Everything goes dark. The powers leave Strahd's corpse as they swirl as a tornado of pure blackness around you. Even though the fires are still lit, they give no light. Even the light of the sword, which is the last remaining bastion of the warmth around, seems to be diminished, being able to manifest about half, maybe less, of its regular light. As you can hear the dark powers, the same ones that spoke to you in the Umber Temple.
This is it. It has been nice. Now it's time to say goodbye.
Don't do this, Shasta. Please.
The Lord of Dread has fallen. There is no vessel for the powers of Ravenloft to inhabit. But without the Lord of Dread, there is no domain of dread. There must always be the Dark Lord of Barovia. You have slain the previous Lord. We have been observing all of you, waiting patiently for a new soul worthy of the challenge to appear. And one has been exceptional. He has succeeded in all of the tests. He has chosen all that we wanted him to. He was present in the Umber Temple, and he has assisted in slaying the previous Lord.
Althea, with blood tears still in her eyes, would look towards Shasta. Again, Althea is not a character that expresses herself, but he would see like a look of pure, like, sorrow and like pain. She looks like she's gonna burst into tears.
Shasta,
Yes.
you can hear a loud cracking sound coming from your finger. Suddenly, a puff of smoke reveals itself, coming off from the ring that you have been carrying on your finger all this time. As the object breaks apart, you notice that the puff of smoke, probably landing on the bottom of the sphere, takes part and shape of a humanoid.
What the hell? What is the meaning of this?
You would recognize the face, as you have seen it in Castle Ravenloft in plenty of paintings. Especially on the sarcophagus that had a striking resemblance to the man.
Wait, he told me. I forgot what exactly he told me. He told me he was one of. Was he? I know that Sergei is his brother, but the ring told me he is someone else. He's like one of his officers or like commanders or whatever.
Yep,
Like,
he was lying.
yeah, he was saying. I was getting to I just wanted to be a reminder of what he told me.
It seems that closed within the ring itself, but all this time, was Sergei himself, Strahd's very own brother. As he looks at you, Shasta, and you notice as his eyes turn pitch black, and as his mouth moves, you can hear the dark powers.
We have chosen to observe you and your companions under the guise of the one who was willing to share his spirit in exchange for revenge. We have chosen you as a suitable vessel, Dansas.
You got me worried there for a second. I thought you were going to abandon me for this one.
However, there is a problem. When we chose you as a candidate, you were near perfect. But right now, you are unfitting to be the Lord of Barovia.
Oh yeah? How so? I did everything I needed to. I came here with the sole purpose of killing that one. And without me, they never would have managed to do that.
In order to become the Lord of Barovia, your soul must meet certain criteria. There must be no chance of redemption, no odds of changing your approach, and yet, in the last week, you have gained something that dirties your soul. You have gained compassion.
Compassion? That word isn't even in my vocabulary. I feel nothing for no one. Except for myself.
You have shown kinship to those you call tools at the start. You have shown mercy, sparing this who tried to kill you.
Oh my god, Shasta, if you kill kill Althea and get the dark powers, you...
Shasta.
Oh lord.
Wait. Shasta is a big tsundere.
But he really, by the way, I'm just gonna put this out there. Yes, Althea's powers, like, she's like not gonna die. But just in this moment, just so Shasta can see, she's still on her knees and she's still incredibly weakened, by the way. And like, she's not gonna be able to defend herself or anything. Like, Althea's out of the fight for now.
If you wish, to redeem yourself. There is a price to pay.
Shasta, Damsus, he's sort of shook. Deep down, he knows that it's true and he got called out on it. Even if he tries to convince him otherwise, he cares for the party. He cares for his companions, and he slowly moves his head into your guys' direction as he's still up there within the wall of force.
Redeem myself how?
There is a simple decision you can make. No bloodshed will be required.
Sergei, or rather the dark powers in form of Sergei, say, as the creature comes closer and extends its hand, almost like it wants to shake yours, as it says slowly.
All the memories you have made since you have first entered Barovia. All the memories about people who cared for you, who thought of you, who wanted to know you, will be erased. You will become cold, broken, as you were the first day you took a step in this land, back to being perfect, without knowing that you ever had someone to call a friend.
Althea would call out to Shasta as Sergei would be speaking, and she would say, Shasta, don't listen to him. The pains that we suffer in our lives, they make us who we are. If we give in to the darkness, if we abandon our mortality, we are nothing. You are not this man.
Shasta keeps eye contact with the party.
You can see Garak he slammed his hands onto the wall of force and he looks Damsus straight into the eyes.
If you accept this, I will kill you. No, I will show you no mercy. After all this, you're going to become a Dark Lord? You're going to become Strahd all over again. Yeah, it's not worth it, Shasta.
That's all he's going to say. So dumb.
I don't think so. I don't think he's strong enough. Also, Shasta, if I'm so tempted because Chris is messaging me and he's just being like, "Make her shadow heart, make her dark justiciar of Shar."
Break that seal, summoning something from the unknown. I want to see what that unknown
Alright,
thing
I'm
is.
back. The internet just shut off.
Come back, Garok. Shasta's the Dark Lord of Dread. He killed Althea, by the way. Just catching you up.
Wait, you will never know what would be summoned.
I want to summon Lathander and stop this.
What about the sword? Does the sword do anything?
Throw the sword at them.
Strahd
Basically,
is dead. The sword is not responding.
basically,
Oh!
basically what I was saying, like what Grok did, he just gonna slam his hands onto the wall of force and say that, and just threaten Shasta that if he goes through this, he will do everything he can to kill him, and telling him that he just being nothing but Strahd. It's just gonna be Strahd all over again, and that's it.
Are you tall enough to? I think you are.
Yeah.
Because I'm 30 feet high. The water forces around
I'm
me.
still flying.
Oh, you're just flying.
He
Yeah,
just
that makes
flies
sense.
over and just punches him in the face.
He can't do anything with all the force.
Yeah, I know.
Oh wait, I can teleport.
Yeah, I know that you can, Garok.
To a
Don't
point
you
you
think
can
I planned
see.
for this?
Yeah, what's your counter? What's your counter?
It's
You
got
don't
spells,
know?
so you can't counterspell it.
You don't know? Don't you think I planned for everything that you guys can do?
Yeah, no.
I'm
Yes, Alan, you
can.
also while you get to do all that stuff, Garok, I would be able to do stuff too. But Alan, yes, you asked something, I believe.
No, I'm just waiting for your response.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's your decision, Thompson.
I need to search my feelings because I legit don't know.
I mean, it's
Downstairs.
good.
Yes, what?
I mean, it's Saturday tomorrow. I don't mind staying up a little longer.
Yeah, I was worried about that too because. Of the
Alan, do you
time.
have to go?
In like 5 minutes, so I don't know how it's going to play out.
Oh yeah,
If
good
you-
decision.
If you just putting it out there, we might not have. We might. I think this will probably be the last session. But if you'd like to, you could probably make your decision next week if we have like a 1 hour session or something. If
I was hoping for that. I was hoping for like an epilogue session. Where,
yeah,
where you guys...
I'm okay with that. By the way, Alan, it's just up to you because you're the DM. If we could, because this is a massive decision, I don't think you should make it in 5 minutes.
Yeah,
Alright.
sure.
Would the party agree on returning to this next week and holding, let's say, 1 hour epilogue?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay.
Do keep in mind that Grok is it depends on Dan's decision. He's gonna go all PvP mode.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same thing with Syra. Will probably attack as well. Althea will attack. I don't know about Ume and Simon though.
Uma promised me not to.
Well, you're also becoming the Dark Lord.
I mean,
Thing is, we won't kill you. We'll just stop.
Uma promised me, right, Uma? You promised.
Uma will not fight anyone.
Ume
See,
promised Shasta.
my-
He doesn't know who
my
Dantes
best-
is.
My best friend, he made a promise, and I also, Simon, look at Friday Chat. I promised you to send you to the biggest and finest winery in all of the material plane if you do not stand with them and attack me.
Also,
Look,
yes, Simon?
Simon looks at this as purely Damtus' decision. It's his choice. Since Simon trusts Damtus enough.
but he's gonna become because he's going to become just like Strahd.
Not if I can help it. but-
And you can't
Probably
help
can.
it. Your memories of everything good is going to be gone.
Well, that's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
your opinion, man.
Yeah, but he achieved he became like this. So what's stopping him from becoming like this again?
Lathander, I need your power.
Well, we decide next week.
But
Stay
yeah,
tuned.
I'm really happy. I'm really happy that you guys want to do an epilogue because I'm really
Yeah,
interested.
because
to
I didn't want to
know what-
force the because it's a
Yeah.
big decision, and it would feel kind of shitty if he does. Also, just so you know, I've effectively been given like hundreds of years to live now. By the way, Alan, just a question. The thing that Mordenkainen gave me, can I live for like a few hundred years?
If you're a human, so no.
I'm a Kalishtar.
I still
they
think
live
they live to
60
several
years.
Yeah, they do, but I was just wondering if they could be extended. The only reason I was asking is because I would kind of like the idea of an immortal warrior, Oathbreaker paladin chasing Shasta down for the rest of existence. It's really
Can
fucking
be
cool.
extended, but I know for a fact that Mordekainen and his wizard buddies brew the longevity potions or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
Each of those costs about 1,000 gold and can decrease your age, I think, up to 12 years by 1 gold. So, you know,
Okay, you know what? It's fine. Don't worry. I'll just make the pact with Shar then, and I'll just wait until. And Shar's like, "Oh, I know what you did with Selune, Miss Gal. Don't you think you can come over here and pull those tricks with me?"
I think we actually found one of these potions.
Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much for the session, Alan. This was amazing.
Oh yeah.
We do have a potion. We do have a potion of longevity, since in the party inventory. We do have one of those.
I will take it.
It's in my bag of holding.
I don't care.
Let's just
So-
kick his ass and take it.
Thank you everyone for the game.
this would
Thank you. Thank you for the amazing session, Alan.
should officially conclude the last session of the campaign, as there is no more content. But, as mentioned, we will have the epilogue session next week.
Hell yes.
We're all level 20.
Very happy about that.
And we're all
Yeah.
level 20. And we're all level 20.
Oh, I get my level 20 ability. Nice.
And we're all level 20. I'm just gonna keep repeating it until Alan's yes.
No!
We beat the boss of the game, Alan.
He was not worth any XP. It was a simulacrum.
That can't be because I dispelled magicum, so.
But yeah, thank you a lot. And
Thank you.
wish Good night.
Good night, Alan.
big
Thank
booty.
you.
Good night, everyone.
Big booty.
Bye-bye.
Bye.